Right, so we're just going to give you a quick rundown on how to program tyre pressure monitoring sensors with the Thinkcar. Before you fit a sensor, you need to program it to tell it that it is for that car. So basically, all the tyre pressure monitoring tools, which is this wand, obviously with the diagnostic tool, will program any dealer sensors. So you buy a new sensor in, this will plug into it, activate the sensor, program it all in, not an issue. When you buy any aftermarket sensors, they only work really with the tool what they're supplied with. So this is a Thinkcar sensor. If you bought a different make, an Alltel one, you'd need a sensor supplied by Alltel. But they are completely blank. So what you need to do is program that to make it think that that's a dealer sensor. I'm going to show you how to do that. So the first thing we're going to do is turn on the wand. So that'll activate. And then we're going to tyre pressure monitoring, which is in your sort of maintenance area. If it's not on there, but yeah, it's in our main section, but you find it on your tool, wherever it is, and it's available to connect. So that's going to connect the tool to the wand. So I'm going to connect up to that. That's worked. Then you go into the vehicle, what you're going to do it. We're actually going to do one to a Ford Fiesta. So if you've diagnosed the car and you've checked it with this and you've gone around it and you know which wheel it is, you'll know exactly what car it is. So that makes it a bit easier. We've already done this car. We've done that. We're going to fit it into the front left. You've got learning, which does program it all to the car. There's lots of different ways what manufacturers do to program a sensor into the car. So that side of it is vehicle specific. But programming, you've got a few ways of doing it. You can copy by activation, you can copy by OBD. If you've got a sensor which just the valve is broken off but the actual sensor's working, you can put it onto your tool, read it, and then copy it. There's a manual way of doing it where you have to put in all the details off the sensor or off the old sensor. Again, we're not going to do that. We're going to go into automatic. So that's created an ID for this sensor. So that will now load this onto the sensor and tell it that this is a Ford sensor now. So we're going to go to programming. And there we go, wait for programming. And you do this before you fit it in the wheel. If you have fitted it in the wheel, you can try and do it like this, but it's a lot easier to do it while this is happening, while it's out the car, sorry. So that is programming to the sensor now. There we go. There we go. So that is set it up, ready to go into the tyre. And then all you do is do the normal procedure to program that to the car. So that's how to set them up, obviously ready to be programmed, and it makes it like a genuine sensor. The only thing to note, if you've got the new style sensors instead of the old style ones, your wand may need updating. When we first done this, it wouldn't pick up the new ones. It kept saying the sensor wasn't available. So all you've got to do is go to the firmware fix. Instead of going TPMS diagnosis, go to firmware fix, have it connected, connect it to the tool, do a firmware fix, and that will bring it up to date, and that will work with the new sensors.